But let's pick your story back up. So you came back, you came home, and then the 4Fs, you started to plan your own funeral, which I can
it's humbling.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Far out. Planning a wedding would be hard, let alone the funeral. Far out.
What was interesting about that is I wanted it to be a celebration of my life. And I didn't want anybody mourning, everything I'd done was at my own hands, so I didn't want anybody going, this is terrible. It just is what it is. But I'd had a great life up until then, and I wanted everybody to celebrate my life up until then. So I wanted my Bowie songs to be
which
played.
Bowie songs? I named my dog after David Bowie.
Oh, get out, really?
Ziggy Stardog, his name is.
It's just weird.
Dead set, though. Bowie's my favourite musician.
No, well, he was for many people, actually, and I cried for a week when he passed.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, I grew up with Bowie at the same age as him, and 3 David Bowie songs. So Gene Genie, imagine the coffin coming into the church, Gene Genie,
awesome,
really high level,
and good vibes. Celebration,
but
that's
it. That's it. Everybody hears Gene Genie, they're up and around, and it's pumping.
100%. My one of my best friends' fathers passed away way too young.
Yeah,
and he wanted a celebration too, and he was just a goofball of a human,
and
a lovely guy, and his coffin came out to LaGrange by Z.
Is it ZZ Top?
ZZ Top, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's so, and everyone just started laughing because that was just his personality,
But that's setting the tone for, come on, guys, this is what this is going to be about. So I wanted that with Gene Genie. And then halfway through, Rebel, because I was a rebel in my youth. I grew up without a dad in my adolescent years and went a little bit wayward, so joined the military and they sorted me out, which was a good thing, and that was great from a business perspective because they taught me discipline and respect, so that was fantastic. And then on the way out, heroes. We can be heroes just for one day. I thought, leave them crying. They've had their good time. But the other thing, Bill, I made a list of the people who were wanted there, but just as importantly, the people who I didn't want there, because I didn't want people going, oh, poor old Merv, who really didn't know me or hated me in business or something like that and just turned up for whatever reason. So I don't know, it was just a really humbling experience to sit down and just say to the folks, this is who I was and this is where I'm at. And what's interesting now, and I was speaking to someone only yesterday who does life stories of people in aged care facilities. So the volunteers of MND actually go along and they'll record just like this people's life stories. Yeah. And the people love just telling their life story, and then they document it in a book and then publish it as a book. So
that's great. For motor neuron disease, was it?
MND, yes.
Oh, yes. I had a friend pass of that as well. It was the most horrible thing I've ever seen.
It's a nasty thing, and I was working with someone who organised the volunteers just yesterday at another organisation who deals with people with acquired brain injuries. So, there's some tough gigs out there.
100%.
So that was it. Organised the finances. So, I'd made a lot of money, so I had to get rid of it really, really quickly and make sure that was all secure so that was always given across. And my wife to this day said it was the happiest day of her life, giving all this money. Spend it, do what you will with it.
She would have been spewing 3 weeks later. She's like, mate, what's
that's right.
what are you doing here? You keep waking up every day. This is not what we agreed to.
And then just told family and friends, this is what it is. And this is how it's played out, and these are the cards I've been dealt, and this is the way it's going to go. And that took about 2 days. I'm a businessman, I get things done.
Yep.
And then I sat down, I looked at my Jack Russell Terrier, and he just laughed at me, and I laughed at him, and we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And then he said to me, let's go for a walk. I'm going, let's go for a walk. Got nothing else to do. And so me and my dog became the best of friends. We were anyway, but we developed this really close relationship. And we would just laugh together, and we would walk endlessly. I was up way in the mountain, in the Dandenong Ranges there, and we walk up and down hills until we're exhausted. But he loved it. He thought it was fantastic. And we just laugh and laugh and laugh. And then one day I said to my wife, get me some oysters. She said, you don't eat oysters. I said, I do now. I just had this craving for oysters, and I just sit in the backyard and just eat oysters endlessly and throw the shells up into the backyard. But one day someone will be doing some digging up there and they'll think they've come across an ocean or something.
Yeah, that's right.
It was just me throwing the oysters up there. So it was surreal, but I was eating oysters, which I found out recently are great for your blood. Everyone thinks of, they're just an aphrodisiac, but they're absolutely great for your blood. Right. So it made sense.
You think your body was craving them?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So listen to your body and just do what it tells you to do,
So you've never been a fan of oysters?
No, not at all.
It's like a pregnancy when women have, when they have cravings for... The baby's like, hey, I need some fucking chocolate milk.
But that's it, So my daughter's just had our fifth grandchild just a couple of weeks ago, and it was interesting watching her develop those cravings. Yeah. And I just said to her, listen to your body and do whatever your body tells you to do. So this is innate intelligence of body over mind, not mind over body. And my body was telling me through the dog, laugh, walk, and eat oysters. And I just kept on feeling better and better and better. And then when I got in touch with this doctor, who just said to me what laughter was trying to do, he said, I want you to come back and meet with me every Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. Here is a recurring appointment. I've still got the business card. He said, come back and meet me every Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock until you get better. And I thought, hang on, somebody else thinks I'm going to make it here. Now, what that doctor had given me was hope, and what the others had taken away was hope.
Yeah.
So it's really, really interesting. And when I'm working with people who are ill, and our medical professionals, bless them, they do such a good job, outstanding job. They just got to be careful of the wording that they use, because to take away hope from anyone, anytime, is saying it's over.
100%.
And they'll often follow that and go, well, if they reckon it's over, it's over. So